What's up, guys? It is time now for the second half breakdown, where I believe the breakdown's going to be headed in more of a fashion where we are going to talk about the practicality of play calls rather than actual picking of players' form like we did in the first half, although there are some plays that we might look overhead and kind of see play design. But this is really practical. And I mean, we're going to try to break down the game in terms of practicality, in terms of looking at time and situation. And it should be pretty fun. So this is the second half. The first half was, an interesting kind of experiment into a lot of coaches' film, and we're going to condense it up, and we're going to go to the second half of football here. We're going to take you to the third quarter of Broncos and Panthers. So here we go. Let's see when we get the second half started, because the second half is the third quarter. Really, in my mind, is where the game was lost by Carolina and the game was retained by the Denver Broncos. So, here we go. Carolina gets the rock. First play of the third quarter is a handoff to Stewart, and let's see. Let's go back and see if he had more room over here. Yeah, good gain though. You get 3 yards, which is fine. So, second and 7 now. Cam hands to Stewart. Great tackle there by Von Miller. Look at that play again, because Stewart had a lane, and Von Miller. This is just an elite level play, because I think you'll see here why this is elite if I can ever get this to go. So essentially, Stewart here gets the handoff, and he's headed for a big gain. This is just Von. Look at him come in. Essentially, maybe that there's Von Miller right there. I couldn't see it in the slow-mo for some reason. Okay, they give Stewart the first down. Slow developing play. Cam makes the right decision, keeps the football there. Cam then hands it to Stewart. Stewart weaves. Very good play. Very good play. Even tried to fight for a first down. So now this is 3rd and 1. This is the worst play call of the game. This is the worst play call. This is getting too cute and absolutely screwing yourself. This play call is just so upsetting. You're pounding Denver. You're pounding them. They're on the ropes. One drive, you sustain them, and they're dead, and they're not going to win the football game. Look at this play. I mean, it's a design play. Shane Ray stays home very nicely, partly due to the fact that Carolina's guy was blocking. And then look, you have Funches freaking blocking Ray right into Cam Newton. This play just loses you the football game every time. It's 3rd and 1. If you can't convert 3rd and 1, you aren't going to win football games. That's flat out the truth. And you're driving the ball well. Stewart is rolling. Getting cute on a 3rd and 1 like this. Maybe do this on first down. A horrific play call when you have the lead. And I'd understand if Denver's D was dominating you and you need to get cute maybe because your O-line is not doing its job. But come on. Come on. That is that's really crappy. So here is Trevor Siemian. Basically a great drive by Siemian, except he gets pressure. Great actually blitz there by Kirk Coleman, and then Ben Wickery. Ben Wickery. Ben Wickery makes an easy interception. This is just terrible quarterbacking by Trevor Siemian. Terrible. Throws that ball up like a lollipop, and Ben Wickery comes down. Easy interception. Huge play. Huge play. So here we go. Carolina's back after the crappiest 3rd and 1 call we've seen all season, which there's only been one game. Here you see Stewart weaving again, running the ball fantastically. Gets a 2nd and 3rd, 2nd and 3. What the heck is this? I almost kind of want to see this play up in the coach's film, because it's 2nd and 3. You're running the ball so well. You just need first downs to get the clock. I mean, why the heck are you throwing such a low percentage pass in there? Um, so yeah, here's the play. This is 2nd and 3. Yeah, it is. Okay, so here from the coach's film, we can see here on this particular play that there's only one receiver. So I complete. It's just a poor design play, and it's so well defended by nobody bites on the fake at all. Great D by the Broncos, and nothing Cam could do there. Nothing he could do, because there's only one option. Then let's see here. Here comes a sack. This is one of the biggest plays of the game. This is just quite simply the left tackle here getting beat by DeMarcus Ware. That's essentially what happens. And you'll see slow-mo. DeMarcus Ware, I love here how like low he gets, like a hovercraft. And right there, I mean, you're so late already. You got to take him at the point of attack there. Which is lineman Michael Orr. Blindside Michael Orr got blindsided by DeMarcus Ware on this particular play. Submarine Wolfer and Michael Orr is he's just so slow, like getting off the line here. You got to hit initially. So look at Ware here. Hit initially, and Ware with the submarine move, and Cam Newton takes the brunt of the hit. I hated the 2nd and 3 call, though, right? I mean, 2nd and 3, you're rolling. You only have one wide receiver running a route, and it's against double coverage. Cam was doomed on both particular plays. And again, I just hated the play call on 2nd and 3. You're backed up in your own territory. On a first down, do that play action, but you're rolling your head in the chains. And this is a play again where we see the replay of Ware here. So and Cam Newton again, just taking a. It was just kind of a rough day for Cam in the second half of play. So let's go ahead and the Panthers get a stop. And let's check out this series now, okay? Let's check it out. So here you get the ball in great territory. This is a drive where you got to end the football game. And oh man, Cam Newton had good protection on this particular play. I want to see Cam step up here, but Shane Ray eventually gets by. Let's almost see if anybody was around on this play. Let's go back because he really got protected well. So here we are, coach's film time, right here, and let's check this out. So essentially, we again have only one. We have more receivers. Everyone's covered though. I mean, that's brilliant coverage by Denver. So it's not like Cam had guys that are open. I mean, look here. Everybody has trouble getting open. Double coverage everywhere. And Shane Ray breaks down the defense there. This is a poor throw, but it looked like Davis was coming in there for the Broncos anyway. Todd Davis. And it looked like this play to Corey Brown, it was a bad throw by Cam. I mean, you can't say it any other way. It was a skipper. But I don't know. Todd Davis read it really well anyway. I don't really like the play call there. Not really being aggressive. This is a tremendous move. He escapes DeMarcus Ware. This right here, this could have ended the game because 5 minutes left. You get the ball now on Denver's 40 if the play stands. You can go down and get a field goal, chew up more clock. You're up by 13. You then kick it off to Siemian, who has to drive from his own 20-yard line down the field. Game could essentially be over. I kind of want to see, this is a, it's a grabbing of the face mask. And let's see here. It's a face mask penalty. Let's see who tried to. Let's see who was the face mask guy. Let's try to slow it up and see what happens here. I don't have the sound on, or I would actually know. Yeah, you see it right there. It kind of looks like his hand gets caught in the face mask. There's 68. That is, and then look at how late they throw the flag. It's crazy, honestly. If that's the face mask penalty, that's so minor, it's crazy. Then that's a horrible call. That's a home crowd call if that's a face mask because he barely grabbed it. He tried to get it off. Sometimes gloves get stuck in the face mask. So that's also something that you have to try to analyze if you're, looking at the plays. Let's look at Denver a little bit here. This is a nice throw here from Trevor Siemian on second down. Throws with great anticipation. I think this is to Thomas. It's just a great throw because he gets it above. It's not to Thomas actually. It's to it's to our guy Virgil Green, tight end Virgil Green. I mean that was great because Siemian can actually elevate the football, and then this is C.J. Anderson running the rock. Let's see why C.J. Anderson gets so open here to run the football. So they really block it up well. I want to see this guy here come up and make a play. But look at Emmanuel Sanders. I think it's a great block there as Robert McClain is kind of just waiting for the play to develop there, and he gets blocked up by Emmanuel. So Sanders and Thomas do a good job of blocking throughout the game. We're going to keep things rolling here. We eventually get to the fourth quarter, and the first play of the fourth quarter is a play that is honestly one of the best play calls of the game because everybody's coming. I think they're bringing the house. All the receivers are deep. It's almost like in Madden you ever call 4 vertical and then you just throw a screen pass and it really is effective. No one's covering Anderson. No, and people are just everybody's down the football field, and then you got a caravan going to the end zone here. So, I mean, this play honestly broke open the game. The C.J. Anderson play, because then this was easy. You get an easy touchdown for Siemian where he doesn't need to do much, and it's a whole caravan of guys leading to a touchdown. I want to see this play on coach's film. It should be easy to see. Okay, so let's kind of see an overhead view of this football play, okay? And it would be cool if we could slow up the coach's film. Coleman, I think, should see this, though. You look at the deep safeties, they're guys that have to really see what's going on. Everybody's so deep. And Trey Boston, too, he didn't see it either, and he gets really blocked. See Trey here gets blocked. He's headed back, and everybody's kind of headed back, and it's a touchdown for Anderson. So, I mean, that's the type of play where I'm just kind of confused on the defense on why a guy can get that open. The field is so spread out. It's just a perfectly executed play, and nobody's home. You know, Boston doesn't see it. But, again, he has to worry about Thomas. It's kind of a head-scratching play, you know, and here you're going to see above. I mean, Kuechly and everybody's out of position here. You have Thomas. The reason is because Thomas Davis is there usually. And I could see that better here is that he's blitzing, so the call is perfect, essentially. See, Anderson does a terrific job. He chips Davis, and then he's able to get out into the backfield and roll. And everybody's backing up, you know. You have, like, Trey Boston there, I think. Everybody's backing up, and then it's a caravan, and the linemen do the rest. And that was a game breaker. That was certainly a game breaker. And then you look at the other game breakers, which it's a great play by Anderson. The play call was perfect, how everybody went out deep. And so Anderson gets in there for a score. Let's see the next drive for the Carolina Panthers. So you have like essentially the Panthers they're on the verge of getting 3 and outs, and a lot of it's due to bad play calling, which we discovered here. And then this is just an incredible play by Chris Harris, who, although Chris Harris makes a really stupid play later in the game, Chris Harris makes an incredible play right here. Because Chris Harris on 4th and 21, remember, he's the guy that allowed that 4th and 21 play to be converted. Just an incredible play by Harris. Let's look at Harris again. 2nd and 4. This is a drive you need to sustain, and Benjamin's going across the middle. Most plays, this is gunned in there 5 yards. But Chris Harris does it all here. He sees the football. He's very alert. It's a little bit low percentage. It's tough to throw a ball with that kind of velocity into that tight of a window in the middle of the field if it's not wide open. So I kind of understand why some freaky things can happen when you're throwing a football 100 miles per hour 5 yards away in the middle of the field. I totally understand why it could be an interception. But Chris Harris there just did it all. And then you're going to eventually cap it off with an Anderson touchdown. And let's get rolling here. This is the final drive here for the Panthers, or the second to final drive. This is Cam to Olsen. So the whole drive's going great. This might be the play that undoes them. 2nd and 6. A hand. And Stewart gets bottled up. That's actually a play that saves Denver. Because if it's 3rd and 3, it's a lot easier than 3rd and 5. Third and 5. And now I'll ask you guys this question. As it looked like everybody was covered again, a low percentage pass to Funchess. It's 4th and 4 now. I would go for it, honestly, and try to win the football game. I wouldn't kick a field goal here, and I'll tell you why. Because I think it's difficult to contain the Broncos offense, because the Broncos only need 2 first downs essentially to win, and I know it's Siemian. If you're playing a Roethlisberger or a Brady and you kick this field goal, you aren't going to get the football back. Even with 2 timeouts, Brady's going to get 4. Roethlisberger and Brady are going to get 3 first downs, and you're going to lose. Also, you're driving on Denver. Denver's D has stifled you all half. So what I would have done here is try to go for the win. You get an opportunity to then get the football back and try to win. What I was basically trying to say here, as we look at that field goal, is I would have went for the touchdown and the win. Because you're down there deep enough in their territory. You only need 20 more yards. Your offense is going pretty well. And the fact is that it's going to be hard for you to then, even if Denver has to punt to you, which they did, it's hard to drive in the field goal territory and win a game. I would have went for a touchdown. I would have been more aggressive. I get the other side of the coin, though. I really do. And it's like a hindsight move. It ends up working great because, Carolina gets the football back, but you see a holding penalty. This whole drive was just terrible. Cam Newton had to burn a timeout. Then he scrambles there. Gets nothing. It's 3rd and 15. And then you're going to see a tremendous play there. What a tremendous, tremendous play. I think that's Von Miller makes that play. And that should have won Denver the game, because you look at this, and it is Vonnie Miller. Let's see where the protection went wrong. 3rd and 15 here. This is essentially, it should have been the game. It should have been game over Von Miller, after this play. because 4th and 21, unless you do something really stupid, you're not going to lose. So here's Von Miller there, and Mike Remmers gets beat there. Remmers did a nice job on Miller most of the game, but that's just a tremendous move by Miller, obviously. Oh, man. 4th and 21. Where's our guy Harris? So here's Harris. And this is just so stupid. I mean, it's kind of like Benjamin's blocking him anyway. So that's kind of unbelievable to look back at this particular penalty here in this game. Because this is a legal hands to the face on 4th and 21. And shoot, we missed it already. Let's go back and check it out. So here we go. Here's Harris right here on Benjamin. Within the first 2 yards of this play, he's going to get flagged already. And you look at Benjamin's hands are so high there. I don't like the penalty. I don't like the call. But again, why put yourself at risk? Why? Why put yourself at risk of even being called for a penalty there? I just don't understand. It's a heck of a throw by Cam. We would have been on Kelvin Benjamin, this week because this looks like a play that he's got to haul in. It hits him right in the hands, even though it's a congested play. We would have been like Benjamin should have caught that ball, right? It was a perfect pass, but then the refs decide, it's Sunday night. Let's make the game go longer. Kind of call a nitpicky penalty when Benjamin's like kind of trying to block up the field. And then Gano's going to end up missing it, and that's going to be our game because he gets iced, and a nice play to Ted Ginn, and it all goes for nothing because Gano pulls it. And that's a football game there. But on 4th and 21, the Broncos shouldn't have won. The game, though, it honestly came down to 3rd and 1, Cam Newton, that keeper play that I couldn't stand in the third quarter, the Devin Funchess play, the DeMarcus Ware sack, the screen pass where Thomas Davis was blitzing and they found it and they made a perfect play. And then Cam Newton throwing a 5-yard pass in the traffic and Chris Harris making a heck of a play. So Denver had some chances. The chop block, again, as I mentioned, and that's the end of our game. So I appreciate you guys chilling. Had a good time breaking it down. We got some Sunday football. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we got Cowboys, Giants. We'll probably look at Eagles, Browns too. Niners, Rams, Steelers, Redskins. We got a lot of exciting games coming up here in week 1. We're almost to Sunday, and Sunday is our day to consume a lot of football. Enjoy Sunday, guys, and I'll probably be back to you guys either on Monday or Tuesday with some more footage. Thanks for watching.